The Green family farm sat on the outskirts of Mill Creek, a small rural town where fields stretched to the horizon and neighbors knew one another by name. Life on a farm was tough, but honest. For Maya Green, a 16-year-old black girl who spent her mornings feeding chickens and her evenings repairing fences, hard work was second nature. Her father often said, "This land makes us strong, Maya. Don't ever forget that." But Maya's strength went far beyond farm chores. Few in Mill Creek knew that when she was only 8 years old, her grandmother had enrolled her in martial arts. At first, it was to build discipline and focus. Yet Maya had flourished. By 16, she had trained in karate, judo, and even a specialized form of self-defense her grandmother had learned in the military. She kept her talent quiet, practicing in the barn where no one could see. To her, martial arts was not about showing off, it was about control, respect, and resilience. At school, however, Maya's quiet nature and farm girl clothing made her an easy target. A group of local bullies, 3 boys from wealthier families, seemed to take special joy in mocking her. They called her country girl, laughed at her worn boots, and sometimes tossed hay into her locker. Their cruelty sharpened whenever they mentioned her race, whispering ugly names under their breath. Maya never responded. She had promised her grandmother that her martial arts would never be used to start fights, only to end them. So she endured the taunts, keeping her head high, even when it hurt. One autumn afternoon, the bullying reached its peak. The school had dismissed early, and Maya was walking home along a gravel road that cut past the woods. The 3 boys followed, riding their bikes behind her. "Hey, country girl," one of them shouted. "Lose your mule, or are you walking home to milk the cows?" The others laughed, circling her like predators. Maya ignored them and kept walking, her backpack heavy on her shoulders. But when one of them pulled in front of her, blocking her path, she felt her patience thinning. "You deaf or just stupid?" the boy sneered. "We're talking to you." Another boy snatched at her backpack, yanking it off her shoulders and tossing it into the dirt. The third one shoved her lightly, testing how much she would take. They laughed, certain they were in control. Maya breathed deeply. Her grandmother's words echoed in her mind. "Control your anger. Strength is nothing without discipline." She looked at the boys, her calm eyes unsettling them more than if she had shouted. "Give me my bag back," she said evenly. One boy grinned and kicked it further down the road. "Or what? You gonna cry?" That was the last straw. Maya moved forward, her body flowing with the speed and precision of years of training. In a blur, she grabbed the boy's wrist as he reached to shove her again. With a quick twist and step, she used his own momentum to flip him onto the ground. He landed hard on his back, gasping for air. The other 2 froze, shock written across their faces. "What the?" one muttered. Maya didn't wait. The second boy lunged at her, swinging clumsily. She sidestepped, her hand snapping up to block his punch. With one swift motion, she swept his legs out from under him, sending him sprawling into the dirt. The last boy hesitated, fear flickering in his eyes. You crazy," he stammered. Maya picked up her backpack and slung it over her shoulder. She didn't raise her voice, but the steel in her tone was unmistakable. "Leave me alone. Next time, you won't get off so easy." For a moment, the boy thought about attacking. But when Maya shifted her stance, feet firmly planted, body balanced like a coiled spring, he backed away. The 3 of them scrambled to their bikes and pedaled off, leaving her standing tall in the fading sunlight. Word spread quickly at school. The bullies didn't admit they had been beaten, but whispers traveled nonetheless. "Did you hear what Maya did?" students murmured in the halls. Some doubted the story. Others swore they had seen the bruises on the boys' arms. The teasing stopped almost overnight. Maya didn't brag or confirm anything. She went about her days as usual, quiet and steady, as though nothing had changed. But in truth, something had changed. Maya had shown not only the bullies, but also herself that she was no victim. She had proven that dignity and discipline could turn cruelty on its head. For the first time, she felt seen, not as the poor farm girl, not as the quiet target, but as someone who carried strength no one could strip away. A few weeks later, one of the boys approached her at her locker. His face was red with embarrassment. I'm sorry, he muttered. We shouldn't have messed with you. Maya studied him for a moment, then nodded. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to yourself for thinking you had to act like that to matter. Her words struck him harder than her throws had. He walked away, shoulders hunched, but a little wiser. Maya continued to train in secret, but her confidence grew. She began volunteering to teach self-defense at the community center, showing younger kids how to protect themselves with both body and mind. It's not about hurting people, she told them. It's about knowing you can stand tall, no matter who tries to push you down. Her farm chores remained, the long days of work stretching into the evenings. Yet each task felt lighter. The weight of silence, of enduring cruelty without response, had been lifted. Maya knew her strength, and she knew her worth. Years later, when people in Mill Creek remembered the Green Farm Girl, they didn't talk about the boots she wore or the bullies who once mocked her. They spoke of the young woman who carried herself with the quiet power of someone who could fight but chose peace, someone who could endure hardship but never let it harden her heart. And for Maya, that was victory enough.